Hello, I'm Sherry Ann Lovegrove, author, coaching psychotherapist, and speaker. I specialize in helping sensitive, empathic women that often feel ignored, overlooked, and discounted because they prioritize everyone else but themselves. So what they do is put others first. They really say no. They worry what people think. They put pressure on themselves to be perfect, and so often end up feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and depleted. So I embolden them to step into their sovereign power and take back control. Say no. Safely navigate relationship boundaries and have a lifestyle that's healthier, happier, more loving, and divinely feminine. And truly, who wouldn't want that? I mean, I do. So this set of talks, I'm really just talking about my 90-day happiness program. And what we're going to talk about today is prosperity. Now, you may remember that I said happiness is all about how all powerful people either interrupt negative experiences or will initiate new experiences super successfully. It really is a matter of understanding that consciousness is at the ground of all being. And so therefore, everything filters down from how we experience and the kinds of meaning we make of it. Happiness is just a springboard for self-actualization. It is our route, our method that tells us we're on track. And happiness is one thing. Happiness is really about expansion. So the crazy thing is that after a period of time, we become unhappy if we're not expanding ourselves. So happiness really is about this fine balance of being able to expand, to stabilize, expand, stabilize, expand, stabilize. And today, what I'm going to talk about is really about an aspect of happiness, which is all about money and prosperity. And many of us have problems with money because of limiting beliefs that hold us back. I remember as a child, I really hated the fact that we had to spend so much time in the bank, so much time, because my parents were the accountant or the manager. And what happened was their jobs were on the line. So they had to make sure every month end, that they would absolutely have to get all the books balanced. And that meant we would stay there between, from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Sometimes even up to 1 o'clock. And the problem is that when you're a young kid and you're in the bank, you start to get a little bit resentful about all the things that it represents, and particularly about money. And I remember telling my brother at the time, don't you promise me that you and I will never work in the bank. We will never subject our children to this. And so in a way, money became a dirty thing. So that was one belief. There was another belief. When I started being self-employed, it was all about service. And I had this belief, being a good Christian, that we give. We don't take money back for a gift that we've been gifted. And so therefore, I was unable to ask for money. I was unable to follow up on money. And I wasn't able to say, I deserve this money. And with the result, I wasn't doing very well. And this is the key about money. Money is an energy. It follows you energetically. So if you think about money, think of it as my own net energy yield. That's all money is. My energy and how I'm connected to that money is the way I will reap the benefits, the way I will yield what I sow. So this is really what money is about. And this is what part of the program, or sovereignty program, is. It's about really understanding all the beliefs that hold you back, that stop you from taking the next step towards perhaps asking for money, or the next step that will allow you to go on that course that you might need to do, or the next step that might be about finding the space where money can come in. But there is one simple thing that you can do today. And if we think about money as my own net energy yield, we can think of it in the form of the law of attraction. So if we think about money, or ourselves as the attractor, as the black hole. So think about the idea that every time we have so many things on the periphery, they are actually bouncing incoherently to the pattern that we need in order to draw to us what we require. So the most important thing is that the closer things come into the black hole, the more they begin to create a coherent resonance with it. And that means that they will form the speed at which that resonance is. And that means that at various levels, we might find that stuff will move down the black hole to the point of the singularity. And that point is the point of zero point where we are pretty much a me, not me, when we are in the state of absolute bliss, the state of all-knowingness, the state of not really experiencing ourselves as separate from anyone else. And that is really where we get information, because when we resonate there, we know the absolute truth that we are the money. We are the money, and therefore as money, it does what we ask it. So one of the things to think about is, if we are the money, then maybe every moment when we think about money, we need to think about money in a different way. We need to think about money as, well, like a money honey, if that's the case. Or we can think of money in the sense of how do we appreciate it. So I heard a lovely little talk about someone saying they iron their sheets, they iron their pillowcases, and someone was laughing about that. But then someone said, oh, I iron my shirts. And I remembered my partner telling me once that, you know, he used to iron his shirts, but he said it was so lovely waking up in the morning and ironing his shirts, because it was such a lovely feeling. And that set his day up for him. Now, I'm sure he didn't do it, and he certainly didn't do it on the weekend, but there is something about making a business contract with your money. Isn't that crazy? Making a business contract. So something like, even if it were imagining that you were living a luxurious life, simply like saying thank you when you iron something and it makes you feel really good, that can be a way of experiencing luxury, and that allows us to then bring money in. I know it sounds very crazy and very wacky, but if you're walking in that state of being, then money will come to you. And as you keep doing that, well, it's like anything else, the mud sticks. And really, you want to grow money. You want to grow money, so you want the mud to stick, don't you? So that is really a way of thinking about money. And on the 90-day program, we talk a lot about money. We talk about how you can look at money and how you can set things in place so that you can attract money into your life. But not just that you'll be able to know how to take the next step towards making money. Because money isn't the end result, really. Happiness is. When you're happy, you are rich. You are rich. You have everything. Your Sovereignty is complete. When you are happy, you know how to modulate, how to look at things. When you are happy, you make right choices. Because when we're happy, we can sow the seeds. We can put the things in the ground, and we are happy. And when we're happy, we can take time to let it grow. We can let the plant grow so that we can reap it. We can take from its fruit. And then we keep the bit that we need to keep to replant. That's the secret of money. So if this is something that you are interested in, something here that has resonated for you, please like and share. If you would like to find out a little bit more about my program and how I can help you come into that state of sovereignty, please click on the link below, organize an appointment, and I'll get back to you. And we can together see how I can help you so that you can have sovereignty. Take care. Thank you for listening.